Are you rejoining it or?
It didn't pop up. Look, it ended it. Oh, that sucks. There goes the 300 viewers that we had in there.
Yeah, right?
Huh?
I said I know, right?
Hi friends, welcome in.
Is it a new stream?
Alright, this one says, Mickey's Toon Town and Bayou Country, silly streets and Cajun beats. The lands of Disneyland have always been shaped by bold imagination and visionary design. In Mickey's Toon Town, the whimsical renderings set out to envision a vibrant neighborhood where curved buildings, exaggerated proportions, and bold colors
That's what I thought. Thought it was a new stream.
An animated world to life where every corner feels like stepping into a cartoon. Nearby, the Bear Country home to the toe-tapping Country Bear Jamboree became Critter Country. Early concepts capture a wooded retreat and haven for charming critters. More recent designs show how it transformed into Bayou Country, bringing the heart of New Orleans and the Princess and the Frog to life. This collection of art celebrates the evolving process of storytelling. Wait, Aunt, can you do this one real quick? Sorry about that, guys. New stream, new light count. Alright, let's go over and catch that one right there. And then head into the other room, because that's where all the other stuff is, the animatronics and whatnot.
Of course, thank you.
Well, hopefully you guys,
Lots of awards that he's won.
you'll be able to go back and rewind on it, and hopefully it'll be clear.
University of California, President of the United States of America with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, Motion Picture Council Award. National Wildlife Federation Award. Alright, now we're going into the good stuff. But it's going to be a lot more people-y in here, unfortunately. Let's start here, because I feel like these are going to be the more popular ones.
Hello everyone, and welcome into the Main Street Opera House. Our next showing of Walt Disney Magical Life will begin in 17 minutes. In the meantime, please be sure to finish up or put away any your drinks you have with you. And if you are going to be entering the theater using your wheelchair, ECV, the use of your hand, you're going to be entering through the center aisle of the theater, currently the boardhouse. Free to exit the rest of our guests utilize the front or back entrances.
The Dancing Man, Walt Disney's team began their effort with the little figure they called the Dancing Man. Using actor and singer Buddy Epstein, they filmed his dance routines against a grid so they could analyze the actions frame by frame and devise a way to animate the 9-inch figure with the same movements. The Singing Bird, which is above the TV right there. In 1949, when Walt Disney discovered this tiny mechanical singing bird in the New Orleans antique shop, it struck him that he could create three-dimensional characters with motion and sound. He brought it back to the Imagineers Roger Broggie, Wackle Rogers, and Lee Adams, who are credited with the initial development of this form of robotics, later called audio animatronics figures. Down below there's a Jungle Cruise crocodile. It said Bob Matty, who created the special effects for films like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, helped build early motorized animation for Disney attractions. The movements were controlled by rotating cams or cylinders that turn switches on and off using motors instead of electronic system. It says Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, Walt Disney's first audio animatronic show. A charming performance of singing birds, flowers, and tikis debuted at Disneyland in 1963. The technology worked by playing recorded sound on tape, which vibrated a metal reel to create a complete electrical path, known as closing a circuit. Closing a circuit sends a brief burst of electricity or pulse, which activates a valve, making parts of the bird's body move. Alright, go around to the other side of this, like the opposite side of this display. Wake up, Jose! Walt Disney's knack for storytelling, sorry guys, and groundbreaking technology brought the message of global unity to life with It's a Small World, first created for the 1964 and 65 New York World's Fair as a benefit for UNICEF. This beloved attraction features hundreds of animated dolls, each singing together representing cultures from around the world. Following its success at the World's Fair, It's a Small World was relocated to Disneyland, where it continues to delight guests with its timeless message of peace, unity. The Java Dancer doll, an original from the New York World's Fair. So that doll is an original from the World's Fair.
It's an original what?
From the World's Fair. So before the Small World was even brought to Disneyland, that was one of the original dolls, even before it was here.
Huh.
We're kind of trapped now. Right, Noel Floyd? It's so cool. Chris said, Anthony, put a pinwheel on the pig.
I would if I had one.
Hey, Aaron. Hope you've been having a great time in the park, my friend. There's a pre-show on the screen behind us, but you can't even hear it because there's so many people in here. And there were a few other little items on display across from the tiki birds and all that, but there's no way we're going to be able to make it back over there. We are literally cram-packed with all the peoples. Can I get through right there? I'm sorry. Alright, so I can read the whole Pirates thing. It says, Pirates of the Caribbean, yo-ho, yo-ho. Walt Disney's vision for Pirates of the Caribbean was filled with adventure, humor, and lifelike audio animatronics. Characters with the help of WED Imagineers, advanced technology brought these swashbuckling scoundrels to life in ways no one had seen before. A fan favorite is the scene of the Jolly Pig happily lounging among the barrels while pirates cause chaos around him. This display also includes an early armature figure showcasing how Imagineers developed the realistic movements that made the attraction so unforgettable. Thanks to Walt's boundless imagination, this pirate tale became a high seas legend that still thrills today. Are we on Wi-Fi right now?
Yep.
Yeah, we are, Aaron. He said there's like almost no uptick unless you're on Wi-Fi in here. It's Abraham Lincoln. Martin said, I want what he's drinking. It's not my nickname all done. It's other people's nicknames. I'm just repeating it. But he was so named because he was the clone to the Abraham Lincoln animatronic here. They have right, Moki? Let me see if I can get the thumbnail swappity-opped over on this one.
Should be getting close now.
Sorry guys, I'm renaming the title and everything on this live stream because it just did a generic one. I can. Alden said, but to be serious, I'm enjoying seeing the history and so many people show up for the show. Never seen the Opera House Theater packed in like this in all my years. Exactly, Alden. Moki said they should be giving out snack and drink of choice, I wish. Christy said, did something happen to your stream? I thought it was my TV or internet connection. Yeah, Christy, it completely dropped the signal and dropped the stream completely. So we had to start a new one and connect with the park Wi-Fi. Oops, sorry, Aunt.
No, haven't seen it yet, Christy. Neither one of us.
They said something about the ECBs, but I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, there's the doors we gotta enter through.
Oh, gotcha.
So why don't you guys go ahead of us?
Are you sure? They have to go through certain doors, like you said, to go ahead of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ready?
Please watch your step and enter in orderly fashion.
You want to go here?
No, I'll stay in this room. Are you with that group?
Well, just the one with the bow.
Okay, and the one behind you is mine.
Yours? All right, here's the plan. They can go, and we'll get us some food. Oh. Go ahead. Thank you. Mark it right here.
I tried to let it in.
All the way down to the end of our rows.
Alrighty, friends. Well, at least we have a pretty unobstructed view because that area's all roped off. Emily.
Welcome to Walt Disney: A Magical Life.
Hey, Annette, welcome
From Mickey Mouse to motion pictures and television, theme parks and beyond, Walt Disney's vision and risk-taking have given us a lifetime of entertainment. The tribute you're about to see is spoken in Walt's own words, using interviews collected throughout his storied life. Although the quality of these recordings may vary, we hope you'll agree they provide a unique and personal perspective of Walt's own remarkable life. Now, as a courtesy to those around you, please take a moment to ensure you have silenced your cell phones. We ask that there is no flash photography or video recording during the show, but you are more than welcome to take photo and video. Now, if you need to exit for any reason, you're going to be exiting through the doors on your right-hand side. These are also going to be your exit doors at the end of the show. And now, along with help with narration from the Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Iger, we are proud to present Walt Disney: A Magical Life.
They say that Hollywood is a town built on dreams, and one of its greatest dreamers was Walt Disney. His life was filled with both exhilarating success and heartbreaking setbacks. But he never gave up. He just kept moving toward that great big, beautiful tomorrow. The story of Walt's life is truly a magical one, and no one could tell it quite like Walt himself.
My dad worked as a carpenter in the World's Fair building. He eventually ended up in Chicago as a contractor, and he was doing that when I was born, December 1901. But my dad made some money as a contractor, and he wanted to get back to the farm. They finally ended up buying this farm in Marceline, Missouri. It was a beautiful farm, but it was not the kind of farm to make a living on. Things got pretty tough on the farm, and my dad had a sickness. So my dad sold the farm, took the money, and went to Kansas City. And my dad bought this Kansas City Star route. And they gave me a route. I was about 9 or 10 when I started that. Winter, we'd go out at 3:30 in the morning right after a blizzard, or in a blizzard, or in pouring rain. It didn't matter. I did that for 6 years. It was tough.
The constant hardship took a heavy toll on the Disney family. One by one, the children began to leave home. Then one day, Walt woke up to find his best friend, his brother Roy, had gone as well. So Walt did something that he would do throughout his life when things got tough. He took a chance.
My brother had joined the Navy, so I wanted to join it. Well, I was still a year too young. I was 16. Finally, this kid came in to me very excited. He said, "There's something just forming here that you and I can get in." I said, "What is it?" He said, "An ambulance unit." I was in Paris, 3rd of September, when Pershing pulled out. Paris, which had been this exciting thing with all its soldiers and things, suddenly there wasn't a soldier to be seen. And I suddenly became very lonesome. So then I went in and put a request in to be discharged. So I hit Chicago, that's where my parents were living, and I said, "Dad, I want to be an artist." And my dad, he just couldn't buy them. So I pulled stakes and moved to Kansas City. Roy was in Kansas City working at a bank. One of the fellows working with Roy said, say, I have a couple of friends that had an art shop. So I went up to these samples, and there were all these corny things I'd done in France. Well, my gosh, they hired me. I mean, right on the spot. So I took the camera home, and then I started experimenting in my own way. So then I went into this Kansas City film ad done. So that was where I got started in the animation business. So I was thinking if I had something with a novel quick, I might crack the market. But I still couldn't get anywhere with it. I failed. I learned a lot out of that. And I think it's important to have a good failure when you know.
So I packed all my worldly goods in a cardboard suitcase. I went to Hollywood. Arriving there with just $40 in my pocket from my Kansas City ventures. Now my brother Roy was already in Los Angeles. Both of us were unemployed. We solved the problem by going into business for ourselves. We established the first animated cartoon studio in Hollywood.
Walt's dreams were finally coming true. He had his first big hit, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And he had married the love of his life, Lillian, an ink and paint artist at the studio who shared his dreams. Then he was dealt a devastating blow. On a business trip to New York City, he learned that he had lost ownership of Oswald due to a contract loophole. And to make matters worse, the distributor had signed away Walt's artists. Most people would have given up right then and there. Not Walt Disney. He sent a telegram to his brother Roy. Everything okay. And as he headed home to California, something happened along the way that would change things forever.
Mickey Mouse came into our life.
He popped out of my mind onto a drawing pad from a train ride from Manhattan to Hollywood at a time when the business fortunes of my brother Roy and myself were at lowest ebb and disaster seemed right around the corner. His first actual screen appearance was at the Old Colony Theater in New York in Steamboat Willie. He was the first cartoon character to express personality, and I thought of him from the first as a distinct individual. I did the voice. Hang on, pal, here we go. Mickey was simply a little personality assigned to the purposes of laughter. Mickey fitted the need exactly. He brought in the money which saved the day. He enabled us to explore our medium, and he paved the way for our more elaborate screen ventures.
By nature, I'm an experimenter, so I had another idea which was plaguing my brain. It was the Silly Symphonies. It was a series without a central character.
Every one of us a new type of subject to give us something to reach out and accomplish something different. Then we started distributing both Mickey Mouse and the Silly Symphonies. It was nip and tuck, get them out.
Walt began to push himself and his artists. And when he wasn't working, he was worrying about the future. And then the inevitable happened. In 1931, he had what he called a heck of a breakdown. So he did something unique for Walt Disney. He took time off and took his wife on the first vacation they had ever had. When they returned, he was a new man, filled with ideas for the future.
Handwriting on the wall there. It was a short subject. It's just a filler on any program. Now, if I could crack the feature field, then I could do things. I had done a little story research on different fairy tales I might do, and Snow White was one of them. I thought it was a perfect story. I had the heavy.
It's a magic wish now. Now, make a wish.
I had the prince, then the girl, the romance. I had the sympathetic warmth and things. We started Snow White sometime late 35, and it was around 2 years of aging. We had the family fortune, we had everything wrapped up in Snow White. In fact, the banker, I think, was losing more sleep than I was. We had a big premiere at the Carthy Circle Theater, big, brilliant Hollywood premiere. All of Hollywood brass turned out for a cartoon.
Snow White was ever once is going to be presented this beautiful statue. Isn't it great, Mr. Ernest?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Aren't you proud of it, Mr. Disney?
Why, I'm so proud, I think I'll bust.
With the profits of Snow White, I built a studio. 2 years later, I was almost broke. But I had all these pictures and words. I don't get them.
There are no things on me.
Bambi. Fantasia.
That was one war case. The whole world was collapsing then. So many of my boys went through the service. So I just practically stopped my feature production. That's all I could do. And after the war, it was quite a problem picking up the pieces. I knew that diversifying the business would be the salvation of it. So I tried various things. I thought, what would be on the cartoon? And I thought if I could get into the live end, that there's things I could do.
Stand by, inches. Not bad, eh, Charlie? Let's open it up and see what you really do.
I wanted to look different types of things that I could fall on my nose. One of these pictures, but I had another one right behind it. That would hit.
After a long concentration on live action and cartoon films, we decided to try something that would employ about every trick we'd learned in the making of films. We would combine cartoon, live action, in enormous fantasy, Mary Poppins. As the original Mary Poppins budget of $5 million continued to grow, I never saw a sad face around the studio. Even my brother Roy was happy. This made me nervous. And the horrible thought struck me. Suppose the staff had finally conceded that I knew what I was doing.
Once again, Walt Disney had created storytelling magic to reinvent family entertainment. But even then, he wasn't finished. He had a bigger dream in mind.
Well, it came about when my daughters were very young, and Saturday was always Daddy's Day with the two daughters. So we'd start out and try to go someplace with, different things, and I would take them to the merry-go-round, and I took them different places, and as I'd sit there while they rode the merry-go-round, did all these things, I felt that there should be something built, some kind of an amusement enterprise built where the parents and the children could have fun together. So that's how Disneyland started. It takes a lot of money to make these dreams come true. And we had everything mortgaged, including my family. Started with many ideas, threw them away, started all over again. And eventually it evolved into what you see today as Disneyland. But it all started from a daddy with two daughters wondering where he could take them, where he could have a little fun with them too. The park means a lot to me in that something will never be finished, something that I can keep developing and adding to. Not only can I add things, but even the trees will keep growing. The thing will get more beautiful every year. Well, I knew that if I did anything like the park, I had to have some kind of a medium like television to let the people know of it.
The world is a carousel of color. History, comedy, fantasy. There's drama and mirth. There's old Mother Earth with all of her secrets to see. the miracle of imagination, the marvels of earth, sea, and sky. These wonders untold are ours to behold in the funny world, the sunny world, to a wonderful world of color.
And now your host, Walt Disney. Today, I want to share with you some of our ideas for Disney World. Here in Florida, we have something special we never enjoyed at Disneyland, the blessing of size. There's enough land here to hold all the ideas and plans we can possibly imagine. We know what our goals are, we know what we hope to accomplish, and believe me, it's the most exciting and challenging assignment we've ever tackled at Walt Disney Productions.
Throughout his storied career, Walt never gave up, despite the many challenges along the way. For his visionary work, he received hundreds of awards from all corners of the globe, more Academy Awards than any individual in history, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom for a lifetime of inspiring others. He created dreams that live on today for millions around the world. But with all of that, when asked to name his greatest reward, Walt's reply was surprisingly humble.
Well, my greatest reward, I think, is that I've been able to build this wonderful organization, and also to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward. But all individuals are different. I had a brother who I really envied because he was a mailman. But he was the one that had all the fun. He had himself a trailer, and he used to go off and go fishing, and he didn't worry about payrolls and heard stories. He said, picture grocers or anything. And he was the happy one. I always said, he's the smart Disney. You know, I was stopped one day when the little boy asked, "Do you draw Mickey Mouse?" And I had to admit I do not draw anymore. Well, then you think up all the jokes and ideas. No, I said, I don't do that. Finally, he looked at me and said, "Mr. Disney, just what do you do?" Well, I say, sometimes I think of myself as a little bee. I go from one area of the studio to another and gather pollen and sort of stimulate everyone. I guess that's the job I do. You know, there's a lot of satisfaction in developing ideas into realities, but there's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting. We're interested in doing things that are fun, in bringing pleasure and especially laughter to people. But I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing. It was all started by a mouse.
I come home out of the blue, and steps in and sees you through. When you are on a star, your dreams come.
Oh my goodness. It's gonna make me start to cry.
Down is a little aggressive.
Your mic died, by the way. Oops, sorry. And mine's dying. What do you think, guys? Right? Oy. No, boy. And then this is all new artwork in here as well.
Bring back the lighting.
I'm coming. I want to start over there.
Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting? Oh, the AC vent?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't get it. I was like, what am I missing? Ugh.
How do you not feel that?
I was like, I can't read your mind, sir. Okay, I'm gonna put this in your pocket, even though it's dead now.
Well, where to now?
I don't know. Deez, this is in the Opera House on Main Street. So where Great Moments with Lincoln typically is, it's in there. Eventually, the stage is supposed to rotate to where you can see Walt and Lincoln, but for now, all they're showing is Walt. Default name. I wonder why. I think if it was just the animatronic, I wouldn't have loved it as much. But the fact that it incorporated so much of the history and the story and the visuals of all of that is really, really, really what clenched it for me. Michael, that is in DCA. That's in Disney California Adventure. This is in Disneyland. Alright, we're just gonna wait a minute for this to thin out a little bit, and then we'll show you guys the full mural. And then there's actually a wall of pictures on the other side, but it's just way too people-y to be able to show you guys that. So just give us 1 minute. Everyone's almost out, and we'll do a quick once over for you guys of both of them. It is default name. It was Moki. It was.
I'm glad you guys got a center row too.
James, it's definitely worth going back and watching. And then the queue prior to it is worth seeing as well. Unfortunately, we have it split up into 2 streams because we were streaming and then we lost signal and it kicked us completely out, so we had to start a second stream. So seeing the exterior of the show is just as awesome to see as well. Did you get Murphy over in the corner? Over there? These pictures are so cool. Different historical pictures throughout the years inside the park. And if you guys didn't know, there was a time that Winnie the Pooh actually did try and run for president, which I think is hilarious.
Lincoln's actually he's gonna go just like he was back behind I kept looking for it, I couldn't find it. Oh, you have to like oh, that's what it is. It's my biggest style rental. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, starting next year.
I think, Jacob, isn't this Tanisha?
We're so we are sorry. That's not the line.
That had to have been a special event. You recognize this one, right?
Send it to her. It's on the wall.
Oh. Actually, two places.
It is Zero Dead, I agree. Ash!
That's a whole different building. DJ. Oh, that's the theater. No, it's not.
No.
I know, but what is this building?
A building.
It's not animation.
It says pin.
Yeah, because I can throw on the back and say pin.
Maybe it might be there. It might be the back of the animation.
That is literally.
Are you reading from here? Yes.
It was exactly. This building does not exist like this.
It's possible.
It does not say pin like that. It's just like that.
We can go look right now. We can check.
So it's locals now.
And this last one with Madame Leota is really, really cool. Back when her head would float.
What? Let's go take it again.
And then here's some art schematics of some of the future projects coming to the parks. So for Disney Forward. Oops. So there's going to be a whole separate entry now in the future and all of that. They're going to redo the old vintage marquee design right there. At least that's the plan as of right now.
Yeah, but look at this. It's kind of trippy. So where's this walkway going to go?
That's actually going to be going across Harbor Boulevard.
Well, yeah, because this would be the signal light right now. On Harbor.
Potentially, unless they move things. Because that's all going to get redone because you're not going to have the bus entry or anything like that anymore.
Well, I'm guesstimated based on this because this stuff's not going to move.
Right.
All of this, because there's a main entrance, so all of that's not going to move. That right there should be the pathway for the buses that we come in on. Which means this would be, so that signal light that we crossed at should be right here because this is the one that goes into that other
But depending on how they redo this, if they end up removing this whole entryway right here, there would be no need for a bus or a signal there.
Well, it looks like it's just cast members, see, because it looks like it comes in and it still goes down into the far end of the parking lot. They took out that big chunk of it now.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you can see it comes down over and then it comes in right there.
They have
There's a roundabout right there.
But I'm just curious if this is actual plan or if this is, because it says artist concept, so is this still in the concept phase where like they're just trying different things, or? So there's the concept for the new Smuggler's Run, how they're going to be having Mandalorian added to it next year.
This is supposed to be the new ride.
That would be behind
One of
the two.
That wall is blocking so you don't see.
Here's the concept for what Avengers Campus is supposedly supposed to look like, which this is a huge building installation over here for the attraction. Because right over here is the current building that's there.
And there's the Doctor Strange right there. So that's where Doctor Strange normally is. That Jeep is normally right there.
Yeah, it's been moved.
So,
and so like basically right here is where you'd have like Luigi to kind of give you a perspective.
This is what's in front of it right here.
So it's going to be really interesting.
Which kind of makes you wonder how is that going to work with Luigi? Because look, there's the crane.
This is harbor, and the hotel's over here. I'm gonna cross.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Luigi's is still going to be here, and this is all backstage right now.
This is gonna be a lot smaller than.
But this is interesting. So this is for Pandora.
Were you with the little wheelchair?
Raft ride.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a water ride.
So you're going to have 2 water rides in DCA.
This is the employee parking lot.
Yeah. But the helicopter pad's there too.
And then the Plaza de Familia
This square
area.
is the helicopter, emergency helicopter.
That's where they're going to be adding in the new Encanto area.
Which that looks like the opening to over by where Emotional Whirlwind is.
Yeah, that's pretty much around where it's supposed to be. And then here's what the new water attraction for that's going to be imagined as.
So 3 water attractions.
They need more water attractions. There's like not enough over there. Here's another one of the new Pandora Land, Avatar Land.
Well, see, that one I wonder if they're going to stick with that, though, because so many people are against it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not against Avatar. Like, this scenery would be cool, minus the creatures and everything, and even like this.
I don't think they can see because you're not showing on the thing.
Like, get rid of the avatars and, like, maybe just keep the jellyfish and the big dinosaur-looking ones.
But then it wouldn't be Avatar.
I know. But I still opt for a Villain's Land over Avatar, too.
And then here's the last ride over in Avengers Campus that they're still working on. So it's going to be really crazy. The next several years are going to be big changes coming around the corner. All right, all done? I know, right, Twisted Mystic? I mean, I think it's like their plan, but I don't think it's the final word on any of it by any stretch of the imagination.
He says the one that's counting for us.
Right, Shelley? Walt Disney World's getting the good stuff.
Thank you so much.
All right.
There's some that I'm using, you know, like.
Oh, wow. The queue goes all the way down Main Street now, guys. Look at this. I'm walking this way. I haven't decided yet. But look at that. This is all queue for the Walt Disney Animatronic show.
Put this stuff
Hey, Maggie. I'm okay. I'm tired. I am tired. Where does the line end? Oh my gosh. Cassie, online it said it was supposed to end showings at 8. I don't know if that's going to change or not. Oh, they have the gentleman that cosplays as Walt here.
No.
And he's talking with Justin Scard right now.
He's like the Uncle Walt of his day.
It's actually coffee.
Oh, yeah. Bill is my wall. I see you everywhere, too. Any convention I go to, no matter how far away. What the? You'll see me again. All right.
All right, the line ends here at Market House. I think. Maybe not. It might loop around now. I don't know. It's hard to tell. This is the end right here, I think. I think so. Oh, hi! Here, Aunt, take this for 1 second. I'm going to give the lady some stickers and stuff.
Your dress is so cute.
Thank you. Here's a couple stickers. And then I'm trying to dig a button out for you. There you go. You're so welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What's your name? Laura. Lovely to meet you. Can I give you a hug? Sure. Welcome. Thank you. And it's a beautiful show. I cried. The pre-show, oh my gosh, the pre-show. It's so good. It's so good. You guys are gonna love it. If you're Disney fans, you're gonna love it. I had goosebumps, everything. Do you want a picture?
Thank you.
One more. Give me the key and go figure it out. Awesome.
Oh, thank you. Enjoy your day. And thank you.
Thank you. I know she's been to Lincoln. Yeah.
Sorry, I know I took off with the only mic. He is hilarious, John. Pete, he's an amazing Walt impersonator. He's usually here for Dapper Day every year. He's usually here for a lot of the big events. And he's so lovely with all of the guests. All right. Right, Moki? All right, I'm gonna flip you guys. Oh wait, maybe not. I think man's done. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll be here for a minute then. Yes, that is his name, Mike. He's really, really nice. All right, I'll flip you guys around just for a minute. It's been a day. All right. Corn. A big lump of nuts. Hey, right, Shelly? The pre-show was amazing. Alrighty. Hey, Riley. Riley, we haven't even thought that far ahead, my friend. I think we need to get either something to drink or, I don't know, Dole Whip, ice cream, something, to kind of refresh ourselves because we've had a day here. Oh, Shelly, thank you. I feel like I look like I've been pretty haggard. Hey, Darren, how are you? Brightlin. He went to go do the BRB, Martin.
Bryce, is this one?
Necessary Evil.
Yeah.
Hi, Brittany. Hugs to you and Antonio. Get those flyaways. I love your dress. It's so pretty. Oh, and the cowgirl boots. Those are the best.
Yep, this is
Hey, Angel. How are you doing?
all the way around. All the way around the corner.
Thank you, Brittany. Riley said, I feel like this is a repeat day of the start of the 70th on May 16th where all the rides were dead, but the park was packed. Pretty much. Pretty much, but like way more lines everywhere. That day, everyone was camping out for like the parades and the cavalcades and the fireworks and all of that. Today, it's the merch, the merch, the merch, the show, and the merch.
Why have a virtual queue and not have a line this long? Because you have people coming to see that show that have waited.
Another Brian, we've been here since 6:20 this morning, and I didn't get any sleep last night. I think Anthony only got a couple hours, so we're dragging right now. Thank you, Annette.
Oh, she is.
Nice, Angel. And what's going to be dinner?
Oh, she moved.
Krista, the Walt show gave me goosebumps. I can't wait to see it in September. Same. It gave me goosebumps. I was like tearing up. I was like, keep it together. Keep it together. Shelly said, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like and subscribe to help your favorite cowgirl out. Yeehaw. Angel said, been on super ninja mode. Hey, you got your kids to take care of. That is completely understandable. John, if you rewind back, you can see Walt. We already went and saw him. We can only see him one time. You don't get another virtual queue for him, unfortunately. So if you rewind back, we literally just came out of the show.
Okay.
Walt Disney equals Wait Disney. Exactly, James. Can I wipe the lens? I don't have anything to wipe it with. Anthony's got the little wipey thing. Mike with a 6-month member milestone said, yee flippin' ha, happy birthday Disneyland. Next year will be a big one for DCA, 25-year anniversary. Yes. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, Jordan, I got a picture with him earlier. He was doing meet and greets over, kind of across from the castle, over near the big gazebo where they do the little princess show. So he was doing meet and greets earlier today over there.
Okay, we're gonna actually see. Okay, I'm already back here. Okay, I'm almost about to be in front of.
Hey, Natalie, welcome in. Riley said the day of the grad night, I made a big mistake because I went from the night before at 7 p.m. to like 5:30 p.m. that day without eating. But not only that, I only got an hour of sleep on the bus. Oh no. Mookie. Thank you, Devin, for dropping their link.
Okay. I don't want to be a cover.
Did I say Devin or Jordan? I don't even know what I just said. Hey! Good, how are you?
Good.
Did you see the show already?
What show?
The Walt one?
Oh,
the
yes,
Animatronic?
yes.
Very
I saw
good.
it, like around 1.
Okay.
Right before the Calvin or whatever that
Very
was.
good, yeah. Whatever it was.
What time did you get here?
6:20.
Oh my god.
What time did you get here?
I stayed at the hotel. I was like, I don't want to do it.
See, okay, I had a reservation at the hotel, but when they said they were moving early entry to DCA, I canceled my reservation and I booked across the street.
I was like, I'm fine. I don't care. Maybe I got your room.
Right?
Because I booked it like a day before.
You probably
There's
did.
nothing available.
I know.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, let me check one last time. And I was like, okay, I'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I canceled in like half price across the street from what I was going to pay on property.
I just had like a lot of Disney rewards stuff, so I was like,
Nice.
This is the time.
For sure.
So I woke up I did wake up like at 6, but it took me forever to get ready. I was like, I want to enjoy it.
Definitely.
And the bed's so comfortable. Yeah. I'll see you around. I'm
All right.
up there.
Okay.
I'll see you around.
Have a good day. Alrighty, guys. Hey, Geofire. Right, Moki? I'm curious what Bob thinks of the Walt show. You know what? Honestly, he probably loves it. He probably does. It probably made him really emotional. He that was the one thing when he would do his like little symposium things, like the one at the Bowers Museum. The one thing that he asked of all the guests is to not ask any questions about Walt. He would pick and choose what he was comfortable talking about, but it still deeply affects him to this day and makes him very emotional. And so he requests no like questions specifically about Walt, which you can't help but respect the man, right?
Said walk down Main Street.
Michael said Disney Pixar Hotel. Riley said, I think they kept the same schedule that they used to do instead of flipping it for the week because the anniversary being on a Thursday. So actually, Disneyland was supposed to be the starting park for today. They wound up swapping it, and then on Wednesday, you could enter either park. So it was a mess because that was the whole reason that I initially booked an on-property hotel, was because Disneyland was supposed to be the starting park. And then I found out last weekend, I think it was Friday, that they swapped them. And I was like, oh heck no, I am canceling my reservation. Thank goodness I was within the window of cancellation. It was like a 4-day window, so I could get my full refund. But it should have been Disneyland for the starting park, but because of the anniversary, they were like, no, and they made it DCA. Have a safe drive, Devin. Enjoy your dinner, Angel. Right, Moki? Exactly. And he had some amazing stories about Walt. Even when he was telling those, you could tell he was getting a little emotional about him. But I don't know, it's just something special to hear. And to be with someone that like literally worked day in, day out with Walt, knew him on a personal level, just really, really cool. Thank you for subscribing, Alicia Herrera and Joseph Skysprinter. Welcome to the channel, my friends. Hey, Lady Lori 68, she said, thanks for your stream. I'm watching from NorCal. I'll be making a trip down in September, but my heart is at Disneyland today. Thank you for being here. Riley said, probably because the Fantasyland would have been complete chaos by the time the park even opened, right? Alrighty. VFall said, Joseph Resort TV1, love the Walt show and loves being there in general. I hope someday we can see Walt Disney World through the eyes of the cowgirl. Thank you.
I like his shirt. 6 out of 7 dwarves are happy.
I know they are, Roxy. I haven't ran into them today. I haven't ran into like hardly anyone, which is crazy. But I think because there's so many people, you could be literally walking right past someone and not even know it because it's just a wall of people everywhere you go. I mean, you guys can see. There's people everywhere. It's way more crowded than it usually is. Well, Martin, I'm right in front of Market House. Help yourself, my friend. My best Vanna White, right over there. All right, I'm just waiting for Ant-Man to get back. There's probably a line where he went as well, because, you know, you got to keep with the theme of the day, right? And I don't want to move, so he knows exactly where I am, make it a little bit easier. Hey, Patrick, welcome in from South Carolina. If you guys are just joining in and you want to see the new Walt show at the Opera House, the new Walt Animatronic, rewind back. We just left there a little bit ago, and you can catch the entirety of the show. It's really, really beautiful. So if you want to wait and see it yourself, spoiler, don't rewind back and watch it. But if it's something you do want to see, absolutely rewind back. It's all there in its entirety. Michael said, more crowded than May 16th? You know, it's hard to say. Maybe not, because there were still reservations available for today, and on May 16th, I don't think there were. So, Mike said, we're driving down to the park tomorrow. I'm so excited to get there. I hope the crowd isn't as robust as today. Are you going to be here through the weekend, Mike? Roxy said, Riley, hello. Knott's Berry Farm got some updates.
step out of line.
Riley said, it's funny because Disneyland today looks like Knott's during a scary farm night. Martin said, you know streamers are at Main Street when you see them on a trash can. Oh, here come the ropes. They're already putting the ropes up for the parade. Dulcimeris, it's like, depends on traffic, honestly. Without traffic, it's maybe like a 20-minute drive. It's not bad. Oftentimes, not here lately, but like a couple months ago, we would go to Knott's first and eat, and then come here and stream because we have the meal plan at Knott's, so it's free, like girl math free. We pay for it with our annual pass, but so we would go there and grab food, eat, and then come over here. Oh, Mike, hopefully I get to see you. I should be here, I don't know what day. I'm either gonna come Sunday or late Saturday, because Saturday my horseshoer canceled on me on Monday, rescheduled to Saturday, so I have to be there for that, unfortunately. But I might come down later on Saturday, or I might be here on Sunday. I haven't decided yet. Hey, Stanley Socks. Dulcimere said, Knott's is far enough. People wouldn't walk between the two then. No. I have streamed from Knott's before, Roxy. Okay, Emily. Riley said, grad night was crazy because you had to be at the school by 10:30 and you left at 12:30 to be at the park an hour after opening. That's crazy. That's way crazy. I think Anthony came for grad night. I didn't have grad night here. That would be cool, Dulcimeris. That would be a busy monorail, though. Alrighty. Roxy, please don't spam the chat, my friend. Riley said you could not imagine what the rail looked like at opening day. Let's see what the wait times are right now while we're waiting. Not too bad. Well, depends. Thunder's still 40. Tiana's is down. Mansion's 35. Space is 45. But everything else is fairly reasonable. Indeed, Martin.
No, it did last time. So
hey, Al. Are you still down in San Diego, girly? And if you're not, I hope you had a wonderful time. Riley said, I could not imagine what the monorail station at Downtown Disney looks like at 8 a.m. this morning. A lot of times they won't open it like first thing in the morning. They'll open it, they'll open it a little bit later. It was cute though because they were test running it this morning while everyone was waiting to get in the park. And the cast members, there was like 3 or 4 of them in the nose of the monorail, and they're all stopping and waving at everyone. It was so cute. They literally stopped the monorail right in front of the entrance for the parks, where everyone was just standing in crazy lines waiting to get in. And they just stopped there and they're waving and waving. They were so excited. It was so cute. Oh, thank you, Main Street Matt. He said, thank you for an incredible stream today. It means a lot to me to be able to be this close to the magic that is Disneyland. I'll keep watching into the evening. Appreciate you. Oh, good, Al. I'm so glad. Yeah. Is it me or is the camera backwards?
It's not like one, like, you know, it's like 400 or 419. Like,
I don't think it's backwards. You're making the brain work right now. It's not backwards for me. Starbucks is right here. Emporium's right there. Then you walk like an Egyptian. Oh, is it Melody Pond? Okay. She said in selfie mode it's mirrored. Yeah, I'm on the front facing camera right now. So. Crystal is mirrored behind me. Crystal Arcade. Here he is. Thank you, the Sheba.
Around behind.
All right. What do you want to do, sir? What do you want to do? Do you want to take a break? Do you want to keep going?
Oh, yeah. Well, they've got that.
What does that mean?
I tolerated my patience with these people like that. You want to keep streaming your stuff? More power to you.
All right. Can you hang with like one ride?
Change the picture of the portrait. I don't know.
Oh, thank you, Jess. Can we drop those hearts and horseshoes in the chat for Jess with a $20 super chat? She said, thank you for a great live stream, Katie and Anthony. Thank you. Jesse Merle, it's almost 2 hours away. The parade's at 8:50 and it's only 7:01. So as you can see, everyone's camping out, and they've been camping out for a little while already. Thank you for subscribing, Patrick. Thank you, Brian.
Not that far, you went really fast.
I did. So I haven't had my.
Huh?
You didn't answer.
I didn't.
What right?
Oh, I don't know. All right, we did Pirates already.
Here, give me the key. I'll go get your gimbal so you can carry that one, and then you can keep streaming. Okay. Enjoy for us.
Oh no, you're leaving me!
I know. You'll have a better time without us. We'd have yelling.
Do you guys want Mansion or do you want a Fantasyland ride? If we do one more ride before we end this stream. Jungle, how long is Jungle? Jungle's 10. We could do Jungle too. What do you guys want? Let me know. Mansion, 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 Jungle Boogie.
Boston Dynamic.
Jungle. Mansion. Thank you, Jess. Showing the mod love. All right, looks like Mansion is winning this. Are you going to do Mansion Road before we sign off?
You don't have to sign off.
I know I don't have to. I'm tired too. My feet are killing me.
You would stay here till 1 a.m. and you know it.
Are you good for Mansion? Okay.
Under the green lines, as the thing says, we might go.
It wasn't much different.
And awesome.
All right, friends, we're gonna head over to Haunted Mansion. Moki said, "Thanks, Aunt, for one more ride."
Katie's gonna keep streaming. I'm going home. Katie's.
No, I need a break. Leslie. Faux show. And I know once we end it, you guys will have so many streams that you can still enjoy. We have so many lovely friends that are here streaming. So you guys will definitely not be hurting in your options. There's some really, really great friends here streaming, so lots of great content to catch. Hey, Val's Beauty Care and Glam, how are you? Caesar, it's going to be the same fireworks show that we have every night. Yeah, Wondrous Journeys with fireworks at 9:35 p.m. So it's not a special fireworks show.
Yeah, it doesn't go upside down.
Right, Ada?
I never said anything about ending the stream, guys.
No, I did because I'm tired.
I'll catch up to you real quick. Marcy, happy birthday!
Well, I think, again, if we had actually gotten some sleep, because Anthony got a few hours, I got none. The stream, we streamed the whole thing for you guys. Happy to see you too, Val's Beauty Care and Glam.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, I asked for it.
Exactly, Cassie. Right, James? Same.
That makes sense.
We already have people camping. It is very packed, Vals. Yes, Cassie, you must. And I will say, for those of you that are planning on coming and being here all day, I recommend, if you're able to bring 2 different pairs of shoes and swap day, as well as 2 pairs of socks. Swap those out as well. If you're unable to bring a second pair of shoes, at the very least, bring a second pair of socks and swap those out. Because sometimes just that like refresher can really help your feet. Gatorade packs are good, Moki. Also the Welcome in, Emmy Niato? Emmy Nitio? 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 I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But welcome in. Happy Thursday, Tyler. Oh, no worries. Better late than never. Emmy, probably. We're both wiped out. Beyond wiped out. We've been streaming off and on since 7:30 this morning. Oh, awesome. No worries, theme park seniors. Have a beautiful night. And I know, right, Moki? Cassie said, how long can you sit? I mean, sleep on the monorail before they kick you off. You can only do one lap, and usually that's it. Sometimes you can't even do a full lap. Sometimes you can only do from one entrance to the next exit, and they kick you off if it's really busy. It just depends. But usually they'll let you do a full circle if you get on at Disney. But not guaranteed. Travis said, a streaming marathon, thank you for doing it. So fun to enjoy the anniversary through your stream. I appreciate you guys being here. James said, I will try not to be scared. They had them in the Emporium.
I hope they have them.
And while we're sitting here, can we drop some hearts in the chat? Show our mods some love. Because they've been right here with us all day as well, putting in that time. And we so appreciate them for all of their hard work. Emily. Thank you guys for showing the mods some love.
Oh, I should get my, I bet you You said I bet you do, meaning like, I bet you do wish you had it. Yeah, I took it because I bet you.
I think it's so funny how they even added in a monkey statue with the symbols into the garden. Got little monkeys everywhere. Yeah, see, it does. Natalie, this is the line for the Haunted Mansion attraction. Cassie, what's going to be your first ride when you get here? If the kids don't pick. If it was you picking, what would the first ride be when you get here for your visit? And while we're at it, for everyone else in the chat, if you were coming here, what would be the first ride that you would want to get on? Assuming that everything was open. Joseph said the monkeys look like the ones from The Wizard of Oz. They do, kind of. You're right. Angel said Haunted Mansion during the last part of dinner. I love it, and so does the baby. Emily said Peter Pan. Ada said Dumbo. Juvia said if the wait wasn't crazy, I always go to Rise. Cassie said if it was my pick, it would be Peter Pan. That's my favorite, but the line is usually crazy long, so second pick would be Jungle Cruise. Joseph said Alice or Haunted Mansion. Martin said Grizzly. Spartan Baymax said Space. Alejandro said Big Thunder always ends up being my first ride. Really, Al? That's kind of cool. You should try and rope drop it, Alejandro, when you come. They have like a special certificate for the first like person or group or whatever to ride it every day. Ange said, oddly, it's usually Space Mountain or Big Thunder. I'd still love that, Ange. Juvia said, if it's crazy, I love vibing in Batu. Hey, it's usually pretty dang chill in Batu, so you can't go wrong with that. Angel said, for me, it's Haunted Mansion, but for the kids, Small World. Moki said, if I were solo, Mr. Toad would be first. Interesting, Moki. Start the day off with Insanity. Angel said, wife is Space Mountain. Adrenaline junkie. I love all of the little trinkets and lights in the tree. There's little bells and beads and stones scattered throughout it. Little lanterns. All kinds of little mystical things. Alejandro said, oh, cool, I didn't know that. Cyber Gamer said, my first ride when I go in November is Tiana's. Fingers crossed. Tammy said, Haunted Mansion is a must first ride. Moki said, Mr. Toad's my spirit twin. Moki's like, Chaos. Chaos is my middle name. David Guerrera, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Lisa B said, Pirates is my fave and first ride. Are you sure? Martin said, actually, no, I'd be riding the train. Are you doing the full Grand Circle tour, Martin? Or are you just going from like one land to another specific land? So yeah, for those of you who didn't know, there's actually a few rides that you can either sign a book or get a little special thing. As I just mentioned, Big Thunder. There's a book you can sign at Winnie the Pooh if you're the first rider. Same thing with Storybook Canal Boats. And I want to say there's one more, but I'm totally blanking on what it is right now. It'll come to me eventually. But that's over here in Disneyland. I honestly don't know if they do something like that anywhere in DCA. Martin said, all day, whole route. You're just going to stay on the train all day, Martin? Moki said, Big Thunder is the best last ride. Cyber Gamer said, in Disney World, they're adding sticked to their train. I'm not sure what that means. Martin said, Twain. I don't think, I mean, you could sign the book if you get chosen to drive the Mark Twain. But there's, I want to say there's another attraction that has like a first rider of the day special thing. But again, I can't remember who or where. Ada said, welcome into all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and hanging out with us. I love the snake one, the cobra. It's unique. I don't think I've ever seen another cobra type of garden decoration. They stopped doing that, theme park seniors. So they used to have a special button that you could get for the first pickle of the day, but they stopped doing it. It used to be the little stand in front of Market House on Main Street, also known as Starbucks. So there's a little stand right outside of there, heading towards the locker area. And they used to have pickles there. And if you were the first person to buy one there, before rope drops and all of that, you used to be able to get a special button that said first pickle of the day, but they stopped doing that. I know because when we were here for the first day of the 70th celebration a couple of months ago, I went and tried to get one, and the cast member said we stopped doing that. And I was like, no, I'm not a pickle person, but no. Angel said, Stitch does some narrating on the Walt Disney World train. Oh, interesting. Mike said, ooh, Haunted Mansion. Moki said, there's something new to do. Sign the first ride books. It's kind of competitive. Everyone tries to rush and get there to do it. So if you like a challenge. Martin said, my marathon rides, Tiana, Grizzly, and Carousel. The other factor, guys, is Disneyland resort guests. So people staying at the Disneyland Hotel, the Grand Californian, and the Pixar Hotel on certain dates do get early entry into Disneyland. So if you're here on one of those days, you're not gonna beat the people that are staying at one of those hotels. They alternate on days of the week which hotel has early entry, or sorry, which park gets early entry. Some days it's DCA, some days it's Disneyland. So you need to kind of know that as well. Martin said, my marathon rides, Tiana, Grizzly, and Carousel. Carousel? I did not expect that from you, Martin. Very interesting. Oh, the train's refueling right now. So for those of you who don't know, the train is actually running on recycled oil from in the park. They actually take the fry oil and it gets sent to a factory where it gets refined and brought back and used to power the trains in the park as well as the Mark Twain riverboat. So those are all powered by recycled French fry oil. So that way it can grease the tracks. We're wiped, Geofire. Beyond. Cybergamer said, I always wanted to stay at Disneyland Hotel, but I heard it's not cheap. It is very expensive. Like, for example, I mentioned to my friend Mel on Main Street earlier while we were sitting there hanging out. I had booked one of the Disneyland Resort hotels for today, for last night. And I found out, like I said, that they were going to move the early entry to DCA, so it wouldn't be beneficial for me to stay there. Wouldn't have made sense because I wasn't going to DCA first thing in the morning. My reservation was Disneyland, and that's where I wanted to be. So I wound up canceling it because it was about twice as much as staying off property and booking it last minute. So if that tells you anything, I wound up staying across the street from Disneyland, and I booked it Friday or Saturday, I can't remember, this past weekend, and it was half price compared to what I was going to be paying on property. So it is definitely not cheap to stay on property. He's tired, Angel, and I think he's playing Pokemon Go. Moki said, note to self, get 4 people to share Disneyland hotel expenses. Exactly. Martin said they're giving the ghosts some smoke. Smoking. Alejandro said, Katie, you should be a Disneyland tour guide. I would love that, honestly. Hi, Kay. Kai? Kay? Welcome in. Geofire said, power hour is going to be rough. I don't know if there's going to be a power hour, George. I'm thinking not. I think this is our power hour. No, I don't think so.
You already told him yesterday.
I said if I can hang.
No, you already told him you were.
Okay, Moki, so here's the thing. I've stayed there twice. I stayed there the night before the first day of the 70th, so 2 months ago, and then I stayed there again last night. When I stayed there 2 months ago, I loved the room. I loved the beds. I booked the exact same package, whatever. It was 2 queen beds because that was all that was available. Literally it was 1 room with 2 queen beds or a room with 2 full beds. And I was like, I want to stretch out. So I did the 2 queen beds, and it was only a little bit different price-wise. So I did that. The first time I stayed there 2 months ago, the room was massive. The bathroom was huge. The beds, the mattresses felt like they were brand new. Super comfy, amazing. This time, the room was in a different area of the hotel, so I don't know if the first time I stayed there, if that was a newer building because the rooms were a little bit bigger. But the room last night was significantly smaller. The first room I stayed in, there was a big gap between the window and the bed. There was actually a table and chair and some other things in between, and then some floor space as well. The one that I stayed in last night, the one bed was literally right under the window, right next to the door. I did not like that. I did not feel safe. I slept in the bed closer to the bathroom because of that. And then the bathroom was tiny. And I mean, it was just me, so it was fine, but still, it just felt more claustrophobic in there. And then the bed, I was not impressed with the bed this time. It was way more lumpy. There were low spots and high spots. So do with that what you will. I was really hoping that it was going to be even keel across the board and I'd get the same experience everywhere in the hotel, but apparently not. So I don't know if they're slowly remodeling rooms and they just haven't gotten to all of them yet, which is a possibility because when I stayed there the first time, they were doing some like work on the property. But proximity to the park, amazing. Parking is insanely tight, so if you have a larger vehicle, but that's kind of common with a lot of the off-site hotels because a lot of them are older that have been renovated. So the parking spaces were not made to accommodate the bigger vehicles like we have today. But even like the parts that you drive through in the parking lot were really tight as well. So I don't think I've heard of World Mart, Cassie. It was not the Majestic, Moki. It was the Grand Legacy. Grand Legacy at the park. So it's literally across the street. They even have like a rooftop bar and restaurant that you can go to and watch the fireworks. So if you get here a day early and you want to watch the fireworks, you can go up there and eat and drink and watch the fireworks. I was gonna say the cast members, the employees there are really, really friendly, very accommodating, helpful. It does have an on-site pool, but yeah. Oh, you're sweet, George. I think we're okay. I appreciate it though. I don't think coffee before we drive back home is probably a good idea. Thank you, Apex Misanthropy. Actually, cotton candy and unripened nectarine. Cybergamer said, I had a friend who stayed there, said it wasn't worth it. She's probably going to stay somewhere else when she comes from for Oogie Boogie. See, the first room I got was incredible. I loved it. No complaints at all. So, I don't know. I've also stayed at the Anaheim hotel that's also across from the park. It's a tiny bit farther than the other one, but not by much. That one, again, that's an older hotel, but I liked it. Very fun property, a lot of activities and things you could do on site if you get there early without having a park reservation. That one also has a pool. And that one, they actually do movie nights certain nights as well. I think out by the pool area or something. So, and that one also has an on-site like pizza place. So you can get food there. The first one I was talking about, Shelly, that I've stayed there twice, that one was the Grand Legacy at the park. The one that I'm just talking about right now, that one was the Anaheim Hotel. I have not stayed there yet, Apex Misanthropy. Our friend from the chat, Christy Blaylock, she stays there and she loves the Candy Cane Inn. She was raving about it. But this stay that I booked last night was so last minute. And the thing with Candy Cane Inn, it's not on any of the travel sites. You have to book directly through them. And I was checking prices on Priceline, Expedia, Hotels.com, and just comparing and contrasting what was available, which was interesting because on some sites it showed that nothing was available where I stayed, and on other sites it had one room, and another site it had two rooms, so like two different kinds of rooms. So interesting. Shelly said, ooh, I love the clock. Moki said, Worldmark is a timeshare? I have no idea. So you can clock it, Mike. Cassie said, I usually stay at Dolphin Cove, but they didn't have anything open for us when we were coming. See, I've never even considered there, Cassie, because I like something that's like close enough to walk. That's kind of a distance. Hey, Hector. Appreciate you, Geofire. Welcome in, Hikaru World. Moki said, Candy Cane was great when I stayed. It's since been remodeled. That remodel took ages, but I've heard nothing but good things about the remodel, Moki. Mike said, waiting in all those lines today should have earned you a lightning ring, right? Lynn Perdita said, what about Travelodge? A Travelodge near here yet. Cybergamer said, I stayed in a hotel. It was big suite. It was huge and had a big kitchen. Angel said, we like the Best Western mini suites for location. We're usually too tired to notice the beds. Apex Misanthropy said, you do, but it's by far and away my favorite. Thank you, Hikaru World. Big hugs to you. Cassie said, my parents have a timeshare. That's why we usually stay there because we just pay parking. Oh, that makes total sense then, Cassie. That makes it worth it. That definitely makes it worth it. Do you know, Cassie, do they provide transportation? Or do you have to walk over to like Toy Story and take the buses or walk all the way to the park? I was curious. Hikadu? Hikadu World, is that how you pronounce it, my friend? Kai said, put your hand on the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit.
Do it to me.
Apex said, the candy cane is a Disney gem and one of those secret little things. Cybergamer said, I want to stay in one of the suites in the Disneyland Hotel. Lady Lori 68 said, I used to be a Worldmark owner and I have stayed at both locations down there. I like them both, but I'm not with the timeshare anymore. It was a homey feeling, nice kitchen. Kai, I'm sorry, my hands are full, so that's the only one I can use. Cassie said, Dolphin Code doesn't. Last time we came, we just drove the 5 to 10 minutes to the Toy Story parking lot. Okay, fair enough. Cassie, for me personally, I prefer Toy Story. We've noticed we have much shorter waits there typically. There is once in a blue moon that you might be there at a bad time. Yeah.
What's your guys' account?
MainStCowgirl.
Okay.
You're welcome. Like, for example, when they're doing a shift change for the bus drivers, that can be kind of a pain in the neck. Usually that's somewhere between like 3 and 4 something in the afternoon. And the other bad time is when they're swapping where security is. So they stop doing security at the Toy Story parking lot at noon and they move it over to the harbor entrance security. So if you get there at noon to like 12:30, 12:45, it's a bit of a nightmare. So definitely try and get there before noon or a good chunk later if you're going to be there in that time frame. Hector said Haunted Mansion's active today. Cassie said, I preferred it last time as well. I just wondered, since you're there more often, you'd know which is better. Here lately, I have actually parked in the Pixar structure a handful of times the last few weeks, just sporadically, mainly because I was trying to get to the stores in downtown Disney that are all the way at the end. So I would just park at Pixar and then I would walk from the structure all the way over to downtown Disney, because there are bridges and walking paths that you can take rather than taking the tram. And a little extra exercise never hurts anyone, right? So I've done that several times in the last few weeks. And then we did park over in the structure during Pride Night. And that was an absolute nightmare to get out of the structure. Why are we, oh, we're doing the timer? It took us 30 something minutes from the time we pulled out of our parking spaces to the time we were out of the structure that night, because it was taking so long. Theme Park Senior said Toy Story 100%. The one thing that I've heard though is if you are using an ACV, a scooter, that sometimes the structure can be a little more accommodating. I don't know how accurate that is for everyone, but that's what I've heard from a few people. So. Do you want a couple stickers?
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Where are you visiting from?
We live in California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. SoCal, a little more SoCal, Life, California.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, that's a bit of a drive. You're committed. Okay, I like it. We're up in the high desert, Victorville, Hesperia area. So not as far as you. You take the cake today. Good to meet you too. Thank you, Apex Misanthropy. Joseph said, most nights after 8:30 p.m., Toy Story parking is free since the cast members go home at that parking lot. Yes. If you come late, you usually don't have to pay parking, and depends on the time of year, but oftentimes, like right now during the off season, off season for Magic Key holders, I should say. If you get here like sometimes 4:30 to 5, somewhere in that range, they usually are not directing you where to park any longer, so you can park in the preferred parking over at Toy Story at that time of day too. Hector, we're comparing it to the posted wait time. So the posted wait time when we got in the queue was 35.
Yeah, but I also didn't start it when we got in the queue. I started it when we got through the gate.
Oh, okay. We're on YouTube. Main Street Cowgirl. Main Street Cowgirl. Here. You're welcome.
It's yours now.
Do you want one too?
I might as well. Okay, YouTuber.
Where are you guys visiting from?
I'm from Texas.
Oh, okay.
But I was born and raised here.
Okay.
Been here for...
So you came back home, basically?
Yeah, I come back home every year.
You have to, right?
Yeah, but they live here. These are my nieces and nephews.
Oh, awesome.
They live in Utica.
Oh, okay. Very cool. You guys want to say hi? Yep.
Oh, you want one?
You want one too? There you go. You're welcome. Jesse said that would be awesome if there's a Haunted Mansion theme hotel. Well, funny you should say that. There's actually an Airbnb that you can book that's not too far from the park. It's in Fullerton area, and it's Haunted Mansion themed. The entire interior of the home is super immersive, Haunted Mansion themed. So if you're an Airbnb person, you're open to that. You plan on Ubering or having like a rental car, or you're driving yourself, so that it's a little bit further from the park. Not crazy far, but just a little bit farther, and you don't mind that, definitely check that place out. There's actually a lot of videos of it online. Cassie said, I think I'll stick to the Toy Story parking lot, right? Mike said, I say over 10 and under 25. Nathan said, is the Haunted Mansion open? It is. It's just moving a little slower because there's a lot of people that bought Lightning Lanes, Genie Plus today. So they accommodate them first, and then everyone else gets put through. Milky said, Disney would really take the money if they made the Haunted Mansion themed hotel/experience. Dan said, I agree, Milky. Martin said, I'd rather carpool. Hector said, Toy Story lot, first row, always. Theme Park Senior said, in the 10 trips to the Toy Story buses we made last week, there was only one time the bus driver did not load the ECB for us. Apex Misanthropy. Joseph said, Anthony, the Touring Plans app says estimated wait time 24 minutes, posted time 40 minutes. Interesting. Did you hear that one? Joseph said that the Touring Plans app says the estimated wait time is 24 minutes, but the posted time is currently 40 minutes.
What's the touring app?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before. Leslie said, just got to Downtown Street Party. Gonna go find my kids if I don't catch y'all before the stream is done. Have a great weekend, everyone, and get home safe, Katie and Anthony. Love you, Leslie. Give the girls a hug for me. And thank you for everything today. Shelly said, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like and subscribe to help your favorite cowgirl out. Yeehaw! Jesse Merrill said, what? Say less. David, we're timing to see how long the wait is actually going to be. We started it a little bit after we got in the queue, though, so not 100% accurate, but it kind of gives us a good time frame to bounce off of. Jesse said, I'm there. Elaine said, just in time for Mansion. Welcome in, Elaine. Robert said, Katie, so busy bee. Lynn said, what about a Roger Rabbit room? I've never seen a Roger Rabbit themed room before. That'd be cool. Hector said, you'll be inside the mansion in less than 5 minutes. Joseph said, the Touring Plans website.
It's just not. Can we go around? Yeah.
Hey Carson, he said, hey, I think it would be cool for you and Coda Bear to link up and do a stream together. That would be fun.
Our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state.
Are we going down?
That would be funny, Moki.
Are we going up? Are we going down?
Thank you, Carson. Was it Joseph? Awesome.
Here goes the doors.
Alrighty, to get a better view.
Actually,
Last signal.
If you insist on
Trying to get it back up.
The carriage that will carry you into the moldering sanctum of the spirit world will accommodate you and one or two loved ones. Kindly watch your step as you board, please. We spirits haunt our best in gloomy darkness, so remember, no flash pictures, please. secrets will materialize only if you remain safely seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside and watch your children progress.
Para su seguridad, en esta semana, mantenga las niñas y las especies supremas dentro del vehículo y cuide a los pequeñitos y ahora prepárese.
Unlivable here in this ghostly retreat. Every room has more to more creeps and hot and cold running chills. Shh. Listen.
Wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell. Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Rat quality, it's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourine.
Happy haunts have received your sympathetic vibrations and are beginning to materialize. They're assembling swinging waves. Are you expecting me? I'll see you all.
Playful spooks have interrupted our tour. Please remain seated in your doom buggy. We will proceed in just a moment. We have been unavoidably detained by cranky spirits. Kindly remain seated in your doom buggy, please. We will continue our tour momentarily. Playful spooks have interrupted our tour. Please remain seated in your doom buggy. We will proceed in just a moment. We have been unavoidably detained by cranky spirits. Kindly remain seated in your doom buggy, please. We will continue our tour momentarily.
There's my ghost right there.
Playful spooks have interrupted our tour. Please remain seated in your doom buggy. We will proceed in just a moment.
sit by your side. Who are willing at your size. They pretend to terrorize. Bring those bloody socialize. Smoke my smile and it'll be so alive. Let me continue on some country that I'm all night. Bring those bloody socialize.
Shelly, oh my goodness. Can we drop some hearts and horseshoes in the chat? Shelly just gifted 5 memberships. They went to Rabola, Cayman AZ, Sakura, Zayden Space, and Stephen Thole. Thank you, Shelly. That was so thoughtful and kind of you. And congratulations to everyone that got the gifted memberships.
We will receive in just a moment.
Please consider your Toronto continuing.
They have selected you to fill up. And on you until you return. Now on is the safety law. Ours to reorder.
Emily, it stopped twice. One was quite long. You're welcome, Mike. All right. Hey, Hope. How's Walt Disney World? Apex Misanthropy said to whoever gifted memberships, you're cooler than me. Spartan Baymax said Haunted Mansion standby queue is always terrible. They need to get rid of the lightning lane and it will flow much better. They never will, though. They want all that money. Money, 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 money.
No, I don't want that.
All right, Hope, I got you. Hosted by Joy and the Other Emotions from the hit Disney and Pixar films Inside Out and Inside Out 2, this special journey travels to the core of Happy. Woohoo! James. Okay, Mike. How fun, Hope! What was your favorite thing you did in Hollywood Studios today? Oh, Devin, no, cancel, cancel, cancel. Oh my gosh, Hope! Was it amazing? I've seen videos of it. It looks super cool. She saw the new villain show. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate the thoughtful gesture, but not right now.
No, pero te van a venir y te van a mover.
Emily said, I want to see the mermaid show. I figured you would. Thank you, Slim. Appreciate you. Oh, okay, Devin. Martin. Oh wait, I gotta look real quick. Oops, sorry. Ah! Nothing special.
We don't, her phone died, so she doesn't have her passes.
Always have to check the little man at Disneyland on special events to see if there's anything special. Star Wars ride, the shooting ride. Oh yeah, Smuggler's Run. We have, Carson, not today, but we have done it plenty of times. Hey Sue, how are you doing today?
Late to
Ooh. Dole Whip will have to be this weekend. That line is not lightening up. Thank you, Alejandra. It's from Her Universe. I've actually had it for almost a year and kind of didn't know really when to wear it. And I was like, you know what, today feels like a special day to wear a dress or something. Everyone to kind of dress up to come to the park, so I figured a dress was fitting. Carson said, so fun. He said the Star Wars ride is one of my many favorites. I actually, okay, I'm part of the minority that really loves to go on that ride with people that have never flown it before, especially with kids flying it. I think it's such a fun experience to have them just constantly crashing and stuff. I will just like laugh hysterically the whole time. Wow. Look at the crowds waiting for the parade. Madness, I tell you. Alright, we can go the back way, but we can't film it if there's anyone back there. They'll kind of ask you not to record. So if we see anyone, we'll just have to point the camera down at our feetsies. Oh, it's all just for fun, Apex Misanthropy. There's no actual money involved. All right, you want to point it down at the ground? So it actually takes you backstage behind Jungle Cruise so you can see where the boats get stored at night. And it lets you out over by Walt's apartment that are used on Main Street and where they keep the horses when they're here working. Oh, you're welcome, Joseph. Thank you for being here. It's the same one, Cassie. Same paint the night. Hey, Disney Adult, we're backstage, so the cast members don't really want you seeing stuff. So here's the back of Walt's apartment. So if you do the tour, that's actually where you go up to go into the apartment. Alrighty, guys. We are gonna call it a day, a night, an adventure.
I'm gonna call it. You're gonna keep going.
No, we're both calling it. But thank you so much for being here with us all day today, guys. I appreciate you guys so, so much. Thank you to my amazing, amazing, amazing mods and cameraman. I appreciate you guys for putting in so much hard work all day today. I know it's been a very long day for everyone. Thank you to Walt for this beautiful, beautiful park. Happy 70th birthday anniversary to Disneyland. We will see you guys next week. Have a beautiful remainder of your week. PTSD with the birds. Don't do it. They're like, don't leave. But anyway, have a beautiful weekend, guys. Remainder of your week as well. And we will see you guys next week. I love you guys. Go and watch some of our friends. Go send them some love. All right, big hugs to you all. Bye.